Hello, Class 1. It's Mrs. Durst and one of her favorite stuffies from childhood, Dode. He's super cute and super friendly. So I can't wait to put his image inside of my book box with Decoupage. So the first thing we have to do is look at our sketched out image and say, okay, is this what I'm going with? And I really like it. Do you think it looks like you? Oh, I do. I think it looks a lot like you, Dode. Um, I also will be handing out, or in your kit, you'll have the final image. That's the one you're going to cut out, and we will then decoupage. So take your time and make sure you get it the way you want. Now, when we do decoupage, we really need to use a permanent marker, because if you use something that's really water-based, our decoupage medium will smear it around a little. It won't look as good as we'd like. So most of the time, a marker will tell you it's permanent right on the label. And permanent starts with the letter P, so maybe you can figure that out. This one says permanent marker. See that? Permanent, okay? Also, we're going to use colored pencils because they won't smear, and twistables are good as well. So we can use a twistable product, or we can use colored pencils today to get a lot of color choice for our final image. So let's do it together. I will share my screen with you and we will jump in and work on it. Dode, will you sit over here for me? Okay, you can sit right there. Good job. All right, so I'm going to kind of embrace what I've already done and put it into this image as well. Now there's two ways to do it. I could trace my image because I really like what it looks like, and I can do that by holding it up to the light, and I can see right through. It's hard with the visualizer, but I can see my image under there faintly. So I could trace it, or I could just copy over here with a pencil and then cover all that pencil with a Sharpie marker. To save time, I'm going to do a bit of a trace here because we're on video. So I can see Dode's eye, and his face comes around like that. And the one thing that Dode was sure to tell me is that he has a red mouth, so I have to be sure to get that right this time. All right, so here we have Dode. I'm just taking my time to make sure all my lines are where I want them. And then I do like that he's waving his hand up here. It'll be kind of fun to see him waving his hand inside my book box. Okay, so that is Dode. Now, I think that looks really great. Super cute, super cute. I'm going to color this in. And one of the things I thought would be neat to show you is how I did this fade. It's pink to purple to like a blue on the end. So I wanted to show that today. I can color Dode in his natural colors later. But here's how you do a fade. You take a number of colors that you pick. I did a light pink, a slightly darker pink, an even darker reddish pink, a purpley pink. Actually, I'm not going to use that red. I don't need that red. So it's going to go light pink, darker pink, purple pink, purple, and dark blue. Okay, that's what I'm going to use. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and color in my pink all the way around my image of Dode. Okay, just like this. And I'm just kind of using a circle so it doesn't look scribbly. When I was in, I think I was in 4th grade, when my friend Melissa Motai said, I can teach you how not to ever scribble. And she said, just color in a circle like this. And that's how I learned from my friend in 4th grade. So I just used the circly technique and it doesn't look scribbly. Okay, then I'm going to go to the slightly darker pink and just go right up close to my pink coloring. Okay, and you know how I like for you to eat up all the white in your coloring. I don't think if you're putting a color down, it would be pretty rare that I'd want to see any white through that. So try making sure you do a nice, slow, complete coloring job, and your image will look super good. Now I'm using the purple pink. So I'm gonna, or sometimes we call this magenta. What do they call it? Yep, magenta. And that works into the next area, just like that. And again, I'm gonna go back and get all that white that I don't want showing in my fade. Now you can do this with yellow to green. You can do this red, orange, yellow. That always turns out really neat. But today I thought I'd do this one because it's a little different. Now I'm going to use real purple, okay? And I'm going to put that right next to that magenta and just color that in, okay? And just take your time and the fade will come out really well. Now you might notice that with my purple, I'm going into that magenta just ever so slightly. And that is blending those two colors together, okay? And now my final color, woohoo, the blue. And I'll just color in small areas like right there and up here. All right, and there is how you create a fade. Okay, so go ahead and work on your final decoupage image. Get that completely done. Then I want you to cut it out around that line, okay? And also in your sketchbook, you will get the chance to find this page. This is a Rockin' Raven. And what I would really like you to do is work on this raven by coloring in all these tiny little spaces. And we know ravens are black, but what I'd like you to do is color it only 50% black. That means color maybe some of the bigger images in this drawing or these shapes in black, but also do some blue, some red, some orange. Make him a colorful raven, okay? And work on that once you get this done today. I will look forward to decoupaging with you in our next session. Dode says, bye. Where did Dode go? Wait a minute. There he is. He says, bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye.